A good Saturday morning to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. This morning we're looking at ambient air temperatures as well as the 700 millibar winds aloft, and they're moving at pretty good clips here, around 39, 40 knots out of the west-southwest. And these winds will be ample enough to organize any thunderstorms that would form across the southeastern areas of Vermont. Across northern areas of Vermont, we're not anticipating anything that's going to be major here. In fact, it looks like with a weak frontal system moving on through, it looks like drier, more stable air will begin to push in from the west. Now, the other thing we're looking at here, I'm going to set up is we'll lose the 700 millibar winds and just the surface winds here. And this does show where there is a frontal system roughly right about here that's going to be pushing in. This line is a little bit ahead of the actual convergence zone, but that is going to be pushing into the proximity across northwestern Vermont a little bit later on this morning around noon, and then push south and east. And it's out ahead of this frontal system that we could find some thunderstorm activity, mostly in isolated fashion, moving out of New York State. It may be associated with this little area of extra lifting here that will track across southeastern Vermont, and then mainly in southern and eastern portions of New England. I'm expecting some pretty ample thunderstorms to form, and that's where our severe weather today is going to be. Dew point temperatures are still pretty moist back here in the ranging up into the mid-60s, but they're dropping off in the northwest areas here, and that's going to be moving in for tonight. This is looking at the experimental model of the HRRR, and you can see a little bit of that precipitation getting into the Albany-Schenectady area, a couple strong storms, potentially isolated in fashion. This is roughly about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock. Everything is, the threat is really going to be confined to the south and east of Vermont. We're looking like we're going to be in the clear. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.